Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. Today I'm be showing you guys how I do my wings. And as you know, if you've been here for a while, I do wings in every look I do and I just love them. And I got questions on how I do my wings specifically, so this is just how I do it. Other girls may do it differently, but this is how I do my wings. And I hope you enjoy this video, and if you want to see how I do my wings, then keep watching. So when I start my wings, I always start from this corner and I just go halfway, and then that's when I start on this. So let's see, I always start here and I just slowly like drag it out because you want to make sure like it's not like too far up, because sometimes it's easy to do like a too thick of a line and that's what you don't want to have. So just start in the middle, and if you need to draw it over a couple times, that's okay. And it does take a lot of practice, but it'll get there, I promise. So I just went from this corner halfway, and I do like this eye first usually. Just, I don't know, I do one eye at a time. I don't just like go back and forth. I mean, I guess sometimes I do that. I guess it really just depends, but today we're gonna do it this way because this way I feel like is a lot easier, just to get one eye out of the way to see how you like are gonna do it and then go from there. And then I start on my wing. Now some people start from here and go up, but I like to start from the top and go down. So I just pick like kind of eyeball how high up I want my wing to go, and I think we're gonna go about here. So okay, so I just drag it from the top down. Sorry, I'm gonna like not talk while I do this part because I want to make sure the line is straight. It's good to have a good amount of concentration. So there. All right, so then you see you have this line right here, and then you're going to take from the end of this line and just kind of like make the other side of the I guess it'd be like half a triangle like this without this line, and you're just going to bring it in to where it touches your eyelid, and then yeah, so we'll see that line next. Okay, so this is what it kind of looks like, and you can see that it's like that shape. And then before I fill it in, I like to just connect. Sorry, someone called me and it just stopped the video. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do is just like draw this line out so that it matches up with the first line that you drew. And I'm sorry, this is really confusing. I'm trying to go slow so that it makes sense, but sometimes I don't make sense. So we're gonna just drag that line out, and if you need to go the other way too, do it. You just want it to be even, just like that. And then we're gonna just fill it in. All right, so there it is, it's a wing. And it does take a lot of practice. Like, I think it took me maybe like a year before I could just like do it, and I would always use tape. So like another tip is, if you use tape, you just put it where you want it to kind of like go out. So like if you want it more up, you'd put your tape like this. If you want it like this, you'd put it as like the bottom line, and then you just draw the top line inwards and then fill it in, let it dry for a couple seconds, and then remove the tape. And that's how I did it for the longest time, because it's really easy that way. It's kind of like a guide, and I guess when you're learning how to do it, it makes it a lot easier. So that is always a possibility too if it's hard. And sometimes I have really shaky hands, so I do still use tape sometimes, but I've been working on like keeping my hands steady even when my hands are shaky. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this other one, and then we'll see well, okay, actually I'm gonna start this other one and then I'll show you how I kind of like make sure they're even. Okay, so I just did this line, and what I usually like to do is kind of eyeball, like, okay, I'm doing it on this side, and then I like to look right there, and I just look back and forth to kind of make sure that the lines are straight, because I don't want like one to be like this and the other one to like go like that. So excuse me, I am so sorry. But yeah, so that's usually what I do. I just kind of like look back and forth to make sure it's even. I think that's like the hardest part, is making sure it's all the way straight and even. So I'm just gonna look and drag this line, and as you can tell, I messed up. So I'm just gonna wipe it with my finger because it's not dry yet, and I'm gonna redo it. And that happens, doesn't matter how long you've been doing it for, you're gonna mess up sometimes, and that is okay because it happens. So let's try again. Okay, so that one looks more even. Then we're gonna do the second line down like that, and then we're gonna connect the two. Okay, and then we're gonna fill it in. And you'll find your groove kind of like how you want to do it. And I think it's more like once you do it, you're like, okay, this works for me, this doesn't. This is just how I do it. There's, oh, well, that one's really long. Okay, hold on, let me fix it. Like I said, there's always gonna be times where like you mess it up. And sometimes you just gotta draw it out a little more. But all right, these are my wings. They're a little uneven. My hands are very shaky today, but that's just like the gist of like how I do them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some eyeliner on my waterline and put on some mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is it, and these are my wings. This is how I do them. Like I said, you'll find your groove and you'll see what works for you and what doesn't, and always start with tape, because that is going to be the easiest way to just kind of like get it going. I think it makes the learning process for a wing way quicker. So yeah, that was it, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell to get notified every time that I post a new video, and I will see you in my next one.